Okay. Well, hello. Welcome back to. This is Kelly, and this is Kay's Journey on YouTube, and we're live streaming YouTube and Facebook, and I have a wonderful guest tonight. Her name is Mrs. Kay Odom. How are you tonight?
I'm wonderful. How are you?
I'm doing well too. I'm doing well too. I'm so excited. I want to say first, thank you so much for coming on and having a conversation. I think so many people need to hear and what you have to say because you're so valid. It's so valid.
Oh,
We had a conversation earlier and you
yeah.
blew my mind today. So, uh, how are you doing?
I am wonderful. It was a little bit hot today, but I'm good. I am absolutely good.
You in the South. Yeah. Oh, I'm
Yeah.
jealous. We're having a snowstorm up here.
I heard about that. I don't want no parts.
Yes, we are having a snowstorm. But I wanted to get into it. I want people to know who you are and just, what some things that you're doing right now. So let people know.
Um well, first off, my name is Kay, and then so I'm an author, evangelist, wife, mother, entrepreneur now. OMG, I'm a lot of good things. Um, and I'm also a former real estate agent. Um, and healthcare worker. Did that for over 25 years, educator, director, in all of these areas. I've done a whole lot of things. Um, and so now, right now, what I'm doing is I have a coaching business. Um, and me and my husband, we are in the digital space as well, showing people how to monetize digitally in the digital market world, but also just building businesses and creating generational wealth. So,
That's right. I love
yeah.
that. I love that. So now what led you to become a coach, a life coach?
So that part of which was I actually did not realize that I was a life coach until I met my husband.
Mm,
It was him and another lady that I went to church with, and they just kept saying, "Have you ever thought about being a life coach?"
mm,
And because you inspire so many people and you have helped so many people turn their lives around, why
mhm,
don't you just, do it? So I life is has always been lifing, and
mhm,
I think what made it so easy for me to be like, okay, move into this space, um, is because I've been through a lot of things,
mm,
and I learned how. I'm not saying therapy isn't good, but I learned how to navigate in a
mm,
different way that for people who don't want to go to therapy or people who can't afford it, um, finding things in life that would help me not stay stuck where I was. And so I just was like, okay, I didn't think about the money part of it. I
mhm,
just thought about the helping people part of it first. And then when I realized that, okay, this is something that I can potentially do and be my own boss and make money. So life coaching is it's like a purpose. I have a purpose and it's a passion
mhm,
to help women, to help even men who may have experienced some of these things. But ultimately, that's what life coaching was for me, and the journey just started. And it started many years ago. I didn't realize it, but
mhm.
the money factor of it came in later on.
Later on. I understand.
Yeah,
Well, a lot of times that's our passion, right? We do it
yeah,
with passion, and you'll be financially blessed, but it's through your passion. If it's something you don't like, then it's a
mhm,
struggle all the way around, right?
absolutely,
Yeah.
yeah.
So, what's your biggest challenge that you struggle with, or that not you so much, but that you've seen people struggle with in your personal or professional life?
So personal and professional, honestly, what I have seen most, what I've heard,
Hmm.
the most out if I wanted to just group it all together, is
Hmm.
confidence. It's
Mm,
lack of confidence.
mm,
Um, a lot of people struggle with feeling if they're adequate or not to do something.
mhm,
And that's, you're more than adequate. Why? And because of my spiritual side, everything for me, I never leave God out of nothing. Um, because the Bible tells us I can do all things through Christ, which strengthens me.
mhm.
So he's always going to help you with that level of confidence. And so I kind of direct people to find out, what are you good at,
Mm,
for yourself? What do you find good in yourself that makes you unique and stand out? So that it kind of helps them build up that level of confidence. But personal and professional lives, I
mm.
see a lot of where people are just, they're lacking the confidence and believing in themselves that they can do it.
Wow. I see that in working in education, it
Hmm.
starts it starts from childhood. It
That's it.
starts, it starts from childhood, and seeing so many of my students be the confidence is so low.
Yeah.
The confidence is so low, and it's scary. It's going to always
Hmm.
keep you employed,
Hmm.
and
Yeah.
it's dangerous to say. It's really unfortunate to say that,
Yeah.
but it's facts. It's factual. It's going to always keep you employed because there are so many people that are young and coming up, and
Hmm.
dealing with so many social issues. Um,
Yeah.
so I was just
They
thinking about
do.
that. How do you,
Yeah.
how do you help your clients move past self doubt or feeling stuck?
So honestly, it's not, I don't try to be their therapist, but what
Hmm.
I do is I like to find out what the root is.
Hmm.
What is your root as to why you feel like you feel right now? Why do
Hmm.
you feel like you can't move? Or why is doubt taking over your mind?
Hmm.
What is it that you're thinking about? And so we sometimes we have to ask ourselves, why are we thinking what we're thinking?
Hmm.
And if you stop and ask yourself those questions, you start to realize, like, uh, I can do this. But
Hmm.
then some people, depending on the culture, the
Hmm.
environment they were raised in, all of that negative talk that was put inside of them,
Hmm.
it causes a lot of their disbelief, their self-doubt within themselves, and feeling like I can't never move because our environments create our belief.
Hmm.
But we, as we grow older, we have the option to recreate that environment and that belief system. We don't have to be a product of where we come from.
Hmm.
And I know that all too well. And so I kind of, what I do is I share my story a little bit,
Hmm.
depending on where they are, to kind of help them move past and tell them how, where I could have believed that I was just going to be on my back. I was just going to be with this man and that man, or I was going to be on drugs and I was going to be just doing all kind of craziness, because that was what was being told to me.
Hmm.
And
Hmm.
so it's like, you have to find that purpose, that something, that passion
Hmm.
that's going to help you feel like, I can do this. I don't have to be stuck here. Um, and then doubt myself, like, I can do more than just what I saw or what these people put in me because they didn't move forward.
Yeah. You know, there's a student, of course, I won't mention any names or anything like that for
Yeah.
privacy purposes, but so crazy. So I just have to, since you said that, and like you said, we are not a product of which we were born into. But it's scary because I have this one particular child, an eighth grade. She's eighth. She's only in eighth grade, right?
Wow.
And I guess it's a lot of her, people that she friends and whatever, they're out here doing whatever. Parents not
Mhm.
paying attention, right?
Mhm.
And so she tells me the other day, she says, "Well, everyone else is doing it. Everyone else is doing it. And I'm like,
Mm.
you got to be strong. She doesn't have her father. Her father lives out of state. And I'm like, you have to be strong. And I'm trying my best to to give her all that I have. Like every day. I'm trying to speak greatness and life into her and everything I possibly can to make her understand who she really is as an individual. But
Right.
she's so wrapped up in that world that she thinks it's completely normal to do some of the things that she confided in me in. And I'm like, girl, are you only in the eighth
Mm.
grade? Some of the things you have, like eighth grade. I was still a child in eighth grade. I was not trying to be grown in eighth grade. Eighth grade,
Yeah.
junior high, I was trying to still have fun. In eighth grade, I wanted to go spend the night at my friend's house. It wanted to be a girls' night. We were just having fun. We weren't talking
Yeah.
about boys. If we did, it was a crush. And that's what I always tell my students. I'm like, it's okay to have a crush. It's
That
okay
right.
to have a crush. And I know we're really talking about adults, but it
Yeah.
still starts from the youth.
It,
It still
yeah.
starts from the youth. So that's why I mentioned that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it does start with it. It does start there, and that's the that's why I said I kind of go to the roots,
Mhm,
because ultimately our roots start in our childhood. And
mhm,
a lot of people, when they're looking for someone, they're looking for a safe space first and foremost with
mhm,
with a coach. Life coaches, they help move you forward, not diagnose you,
mhm,
not, but just give you that space where you can talk about, okay, let's deal with where you are right now. Let's find
mhm.
out why you're where you are and how we going to progress and move forward, but still putting those things behind us so we're not allowing our past to bother our future.
Yes, yes. We got to have more conversations like this.
Yeah.
We got to have more conversations like this because
Mhm.
I feel I'm so passionate right now. I am so engaged in this conversation. We got to
Mm.
have more and more because there are too many people, parents, um, kids coming up in this world, and it was one conversation at a time. I get it, but we have
Mhm.
to have more conversations like this because this is the only
Mhm.
way that we're going to be able to reflect and see
Mhm.
what we need to change within our own homes. Within our
Right.
house. You explain. I
Right.
mean, talk to me. What's your thoughts on
I
that? 'Cause I'm
it,
too passionate.
it's we actually do. I when I have three daughters, and we had conversations.
Mhm,
We talked about things. I knew if they were hurting. I knew we let's talk about it. We didn't know about life coaching way back then.
mhm,
It was just go to counseling. And so I did a lot of extensive counseling and therapy with my girls, myself, because we were dealing with, and I can share this, my own household was dealing with domestic violence.
mhm,
Um, and they had, suffered some abuse, child abuse from him.
mhm,
And it took many years for me to come out of that,
mhm,
to know that I didn't have to stay there in that.
mhm,
And so, and it was a lot of it was a product of me coming from my childhood, what
mhm,
I was seeing, what I was actually living in and going through
mhm.
growing up, and no one told me different. And so I'm thinking, I left an abusive home and I went into an abusive marriage. Um, and so what happens is that cycle continues.
Mhm.
And if you don't have the conversations in the home, then the healing process never begins.
Never begin.
The children now carrying that stuff into their adult lives, and
Mhm.
it becomes a vicious toxic cycle that's continuing to go in, and people are normalizing it as
Mhm.
if this is a normal thing to do. And I don't know about you, but I know that saying, what goes on in this house stays in this
Yep.
house. And then they sweep it under the rug, and they want you to walk around like nothing's hurting you, nothing's bothering you. And then you have situations like the young lady in the 8th grade. I can remember being in the 8th grade and thinking, this is what I'm supposed to do because this is what I'm being taught and shown, and certain things. But it wasn't, it was, that was the norm. You
Mm-hmm.
girls are chasing after boys, going to school, trying to look cute and wearing lipstick and all of this stuff. This is what I saw in the 8th grade. And
And there,
it's a problem.
it's a problem. They're doing it now, and I mean,
Yep.
their stomachs are out. I mean, they have
Mm,
no, I mean, they have
whoa.
no. It's like, I know your parents could not have watched you go off today to school because you're
Right.
showing way too much skin. You got a
Hmm.
lot of our kids now that's emotionally disturbed, or ED, or what, people want to
Wow.
label it. When we were, I
Hmm.
don't know, when we were coming up, they really didn't label. It was so many. It's so
Mm-mm.
many labels now. They got
Yeah.
this, that. They got, and there's so many labels, and it's like, okay, okay, I get it. We got to label this.
Right.
That's what we got to do. Same time, it's like, my label was to get a whooping. if
That's
I
it.
did if I did something wrong, my parents wanted to keep me on such a tight rope, which now I look back on it and I'm happy that they did. That they gave,
Right.
they did. Now, my dad was he was a pistol. He was a pistol. I'm not even gonna lie. My father was a pistol. But
Wow.
looking back on it, I am happy that he gave me that structure, because
Right.
so many girls that I listen to and I talk to that do not have a father in the home, and their
Mm.
fathers or maybe they only coming in a all women household, and they think everything is okay. They think everything is fine, and it's like, baby, you
Wake
don't.
up.
Yeah, you're calling boys on the phone. You're reaching out to boys. These are things that were rule of thumb when I was coming up. That it was just things that you just did not do. And well, 8th grade, you're not even supposed to be talking to boys anyway. Okay, let's keep it. Let's keep that there.
Yeah, you're supposed to be focused on that schoolwork, getting, having fun, go to the little dances they have, or, wearing what are we gonna wear tomorrow? Just
Exactly.
stuff like that, or how your
No.
hair gonna look, and and did you get your assignments done, or
Mhm,
stuff like that, like really kid stuff.
mhm,
Um, and the dynamic has changed so much. I mean, unfortunately for me, I really don't know how it is because again, I have grown children,
mhm,
and now I just think about my grandbabies, um, and I
mhm,
have one granddaughter only, and just you know trying to instill those things into her,
mhm,
normalize that, being she's only 7 years old right now, but
mhm,
normalizing to her that your body is sacred.
mhm,
um your temple, it belongs to God, right? This is all God's everything. And so I pray with her, although I'm long distance, and she got a phone, so that little thing call text me. Today she was blowing my phone up. She sent all kind of text messages and pictures, and then she'll be on her mom's phone and say, Mimi, did you see it? Did you see it?
That's
So
beautiful. She has a good rapport with you, and that's
oh,
beautiful.
absolutely. She's been around me for since she came out. So but she's my only little girl,
Mhm,
and I pray with her, and I tell her things when she gets in her little self in trouble. We explain it to her. She get in trouble, but
mhm,
she understands, she gets it, we explain it to her. But if you gotta get your butt whooped, ma'am, you getting your butt whooped.
mhm. That's what,
And
yeah.
that is the era I came up in as well, where you got your butt whooped.
Mhm.
You didn't walk out of the house looking any old kind of way.
Mm-mm, mm-mm. And it wasn't
So
they weren't they was not calling my parents. They put the fear in me as a
yeah,
very young child. And I think we've gotten away from putting that fear in. And I don't know where that stemmed from. Well, I do know where it stemmed from. And I'm sure it stemmed from, segregation and in that period of time, and after slavery, it had to, because you didn't want your child to get into trouble out in the world. with the police and with the so
Mhm.
so you had to instill that in your child as a very young. And so
Yeah.
now, as time has developed, and now we're in this age, in this stage,
Mhm.
parents don't discipline like they used to. They just don't see that it's necessary. Now, I don't know what their ideology is behind it, but they just don't.
It it's really most of it came from CPS.
Mm,
Um, to where it was like they started teaching children that, if your parents hit you or your parents do stuff to you, that's child abuse. So you can
cost.
call us and we'll rescue you. And so now we have this dynamic, which
Mm,
started many years ago, actually. It's not now, it actually started many years ago, where children could call children's services on their parents
right.
because they were doing something wrong and the parents were disciplining them. And they were like, they didn't like it. So I'm
Mhm,
gonna get my parent in trouble. So now it's a thing where the parents are like the children and the children are the parents, sort of say.
mhm.
And adults are now afraid of children.
Yeah, yeah, no,
And
yeah, you're
that
100% right. Yeah.
so that where a lot of that stemmed from children's services way back when. I can remember, I want to say maybe um 2005, 6,
Hmm.
somewhere in that along those lines, because my daughter got in trouble. She was in first grade. She got in trouble,
Hmm.
and she went to school,
Hmm.
told a peacekeeper lady
Mm.
that her dad said he was going to send her to boot camp, and she was scared to go home.
Oh wow.
And she didn't tell the whole story. Children's services showed up at my house. They didn't even call. They didn't
Mm-mm.
say anything. They just called children's services because of what she said. And
Mm-mm.
so that started a snowball effect that with her, and it could have been with even with other children, that when
Mm-hmm.
they go to school and they make reports, false reports, or they say something because they got in trouble,
Mm-hmm.
and oh, but I want to get my mom and my dad in trouble. And so children's services kind of, you know, caused it to where now children are out of control. And so when they are actually, when parents are really in a need of help,
Mm-hmm.
it's almost like children's services is going after the parent, not
Versus
that, yeah.
or not figuring out or getting to the real core or surface of it, the core of it. We got some
Yeah.
people in. We got some people in. Hello, everybody.
Hello. Hello,
Pop it
everyone.
in. They're all in my chat. This is all YouTube shows a lot of love constantly. So I got
Wonderful.
so we got like I don't know about 10 people in the YouTube. So hello, hello. I just want to say I definitely see you. I see some people saying now if you guys have any questions, shoot for it. We have a license. Go ahead. You let them know your every your
Yeah,
who
I
you are.
am a life coach, author, evangelist, minister, wife, mother. Oh my gosh, I've done so it's just like so many things, so many hats that I wear. Did the real estate business, healthcare, administration with education, healthcare and education, as both go hand in hand, but just a lot of things. And now going into the digital world and building businesses, um, just just building generational wealth.
So tell me, okay, for someone watching this tonight, what let me see, I want to make sure I got this right. If someone's watching
Mhm.
this tonight who's that's feeling overwhelmed and or discouraged, what's your practical step that they can what's the practical step that they can take starting, I don't know, tonight, tomorrow?
So ultimately, whenever I'm talking to someone and
Mm-hmm.
they are in that type of a space, the
Mm-hmm.
first thing that I do is say, let's just close your eyes, sit in a,
Mm-hmm.
get to a place where it's quiet
Mm-hmm.
and just close your eyes. Do some breathing exercise. A lot of times, if people just sit and be quiet, take
Mm-hmm.
some deep breaths in, about 3 of them, 5 if you need it, and just breathe. And that allows you to clear your mind. Think
Mm-hmm.
about what you're thinking about. Think about the stress level that you're taking on. And And because of the spiritual side of me, I do tell clients the first thing you need to do
Mm-hmm.
is hand it over to God
Mm-hmm.
and release everything. If that means cry,
Mm-hmm.
scream, shout, release what you're feeling.
Right.
Because when you hold it in, it makes everything else so much worse.
Mm-hmm.
It makes, if someone just comes in the room and says, "Hey, do you want to do this?" You're aggravated.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's just sometimes if we just take a step back, think about what we're thinking about,
Mm-hmm.
tell everybody, if you're living with people, hey, he, this is going to be my routine. When
Mm-hmm.
I'm in a space of when I feel overwhelmed and when I feel stuck and I feel like I just don't know what to do, I'm going to go to this room. And when that door is shut,
Mm-hmm.
do not turn
And
your
just,
phones off,
mm-hmm.
turn
And just
everything
release.
off. And
Mm-hmm.
so that you can release what you're holding. God didn't make for us to hold this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
He did
Mm-hmm.
not make for that. He wants us to be free in our minds, in our spirit, in our being, not so that we can walk around and be bogged down with all of these life issues.
I'm.
So,
What are your thoughts on? I mean, we are in a transparent place tonight.
mhm,
We are open. We are transparent.
yeah,
Um, and can we do some breathing technique right now? Like let's do
absolutely.
it. Let's do it.
Yes,
Y'all in the
yes,
chat. Let's go. Let's do some
yes.
breathing.
Let's
Let's
do it.
follow your
So,
lead.
So just get wherever you are right now, just get in a space like I am right now. I'm in my little room, and put your feet flat on the floor. Just close your eyes. Put your hands on your knees, your legs, wherever you need to put them. And we're just going to take some deep breaths in. We're going to do it 3 times,
Okay.
and you're going to exhale. So ready, set, go. 1. And just blow it out as you need to, and do it one more time. And then we're going to do it one more time. And then whatever it is that you are thinking about,
Okay.
however you're feeling,
Mm-hmm.
just release it. Release it. Give it to the Lord and say, "Lord, here it is. I hand this over to you," because we know that nothing is impossible with you and nothing's too hard for you.
Mm-hmm.
And your word says to cast all our cares upon you because you care for us.
Mm-hmm.
This is not my battle. This is your battle. So I release it to you right now.
Mm.
And now, whoo, and it makes you feel so much better. And if you're in a sacred space, then you just cry. If the tears start falling, just
Mm-hmm.
cry. You don't
Mm-hmm.
have to have, something perfect to say. It's
No, no.
just
You just
authentically be who
releasing.
you are. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
you're just releasing. And I'm
Mm.
telling you, if you do that every day, just even if you just do it for 5 to 10 minutes,
Mm-hmm.
by starting a routine, a pattern of, I just need to read. Even if you're sitting in your car,
Right.
you're leaving
Okay.
work and you're overwhelmed.
Mm-hmm.
There were days where I would be so overwhelmed from work, whether that was leaving the hospital, a doctor's office, or leaving a school.
Mm-hmm.
I would sit in my car before I took off, do anything. I would sit there and I would roll the windows down
Mm-hmm.
because whatever I'm releasing, I want it to go out the windows.
Oh, yeah. There you go.
I did not want it to stay in the car, and I'm thinking about it. So I would roll the windows down, and I would just release, and I would cry, and I would cry out to the Lord and say, "God, I need you to take this. I don't want this. I need to
Mm-hmm.
clear my mind." Whatever it was that I needed to do
Okay.
so that I never took it home. You got
Yeah.
to find a work-life balance.
Yes. Don't
Yeah.
want to take it home.
No,
You
you
don't
don't.
want to take it home. It's
No,
been
we
days
don't.
that I've been so stressed out at work, and it's heavy. It's heavy.
Mm,
Because maybe we had to call CSB. Maybe we had to, maybe a
mm-hmm.
child came in and that child said he was sleeping on his front porch all weekend.
Wow.
And he come back to the school with the same outfit that he had on Thursday and Friday. And
Mm,
that it takes a toll on it
mm-hmm.
on me anyway.
Yeah.
I'll be at school. It was a couple years ago. We had a washer and dryer in the gym. I'll be in there washing the kids' clothes. or,
Mm,
or, or it was a few years back, but I remember
mm-hmm.
we had a wonderful Coach Powers. He was so sweet, and he showed me, he was like, look, there's a washer and dryer back there. I don't know if you know who that is, but he used to coach at this. He's a coach. I don't want to say the school or nothing, but anyway. But he was a wonderful person. He and his wife, and they were very into our community.
Mm,
If we can get some more individuals like that, it will
yes.
it will definitely make a turn in our community. But I mean, too, now we do got some people that's doing a lot in our community. I do have to say that. But
Yeah.
so let's get back. Okay, so I know I have some questions. You got me wrapped up, girl. You got me wrapped
It's
in
o-
this. You have to
it's
come back
okay.
on because this is good conversation that people
As
need to.
always, let me know when I listen, this is the part of becoming an entrepreneur. And I want to say this, and this is something that maybe you can take back to the children.
Mhm.
When I was born and raised in Akron, Ohio, grew up there, always brought my children back to Akron. They actually got to grow up there, even though we traveled back and forth. And I would take them to my old schools. When I was a little girl, when I was probably in middle school, seventh grade, I was
Mhm.
at Reedinger Middle School.
Mhm.
And I had this one teacher, name was Mrs. Matthews. She was the
Mhm.
math teacher. Don't know why she asked this question, but she did. And let me tell you, to this day, this question has stuck with me.
Mhm.
And when I had my children,
Mhm.
I asked them the same thing
Mhm.
when they started learning how to walk and talk. And I asked them every year their little lives, what do you want to be when you grow up?
Mhm.
Where do you see yourself? And I said, well, why we in math class? Why is she asking that question? And so I was a really smart kid, really smart kid. Um, knew my stuff. And she asked this question, and this is a question that many of us probably need to ask ourselves. Where do you see yourself and where do you want to be? I had two options. It was to be a lawyer or to be a nurse. I took the test, passed. I didn't want to do law.
Mhm.
Nursing was it for me. It was a passion. I love helping people. I have a heart to help people. But there was one thing that I said that I declared over myself.
Mhm.
I ain't working for nobody. I ain't turning 50 years old working for nobody.
That part. Mm.
Because we watch so many people working and breaking their backs.
Mhm.
And our elders and our ancestors, they bled for us to
Yes.
have freedom. They
Mhm.
bled for us to be where we are today, to be able to grow. As a Black woman and Black men, we owe it to ourselves and
Mhm.
to them to make something of ourselves and
Yes.
to be something and be someone that they can be proud of,
That's
um,
wonderful.
because of all that they went through. And I love Black history. So
Mhm.
it's like, they went through so much for us. And
Mhm.
so it's a disgrace to fall into these stereotypes of, I can't do this. I can't do this. I'll be the first one to tell you, oh, yes, you can.
Mhm. Yes,
Yes,
you
you can.
can.
Because
Mhm.
if I could do it, and if I could come up out of little Akron, Ohio, and be something, then yes, you can.
Yes.
And I was in the trenches.
Yeah. No, that's so awesome. And that's funny you said that. I remember being in middle school. We lived in North Carolina, and then we also lived in Georgia. We lived in East Point. I don't know if you knew that. We lived in
Oh
East
yeah. Oh.
we lived in East Point for a brief moment. We also lived in North Carolina coming up. I went to high school and elementary school in North Carolina. But I did go to school here, and there was only one teacher, something similar. She was a tall lady, Polish. She was a Polish woman. And I remember, I was just being me, and it was probably seventh, eighth grade. And I remember running through the halls after lunch. And in junior high back then, you still had like recess. Like we could go outside,
Yeah.
you still could do stuff. So I remember running, through the halls and going up the stairs. And she caught me dead until right before I went up the last set of stairs. And she says, and I'll never forget this, Miss Polis. Miss Polis, that was her name. She says, you can, she was an ELA teacher. She was English language arts. She said, you can do it. You can do it. I know you can, because I probably was failing. I know I was too busy I was being a kid. I wasn't academics, I wasn't trying to get in my 100. I know I wasn't. And so I remember her saying, you can do it. You can do it. And I was like, okay. But all it took was for her to say that. I remember going home, and I remember really focusing and really studying. And I brought my grades up.
Wow.
I brought all my grades up because of that one moment that she probably talked to me less than 1 minute. So all you need is one adult to tell
One.
you who
Just
you are,
one.
how great you are, and you'll never forget that moment. And I know
Nope.
there's people that's watching tonight that have had that one moment when someone said, I see greatness in you. I see your potential. I see where you can go in life. And if they haven't,
Yeah.
it doesn't mean that you don't have those potentials, because you do. We are wonderful people. We are brilliant
Yes.
people. And we are
Yes.
trendsetters. We are,
Mm.
I look at some of the things that we do, and it's amazing who we are,
Yeah.
where we come from the from
Mm-hmm.
it's just, we are a beautiful people, but we got to instill that into us, instead of these women out here being grossly inappropriately dressed and doing all this vulgar stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That gets more attention than the greatness. And
Absolutely.
it's not fair for my daughters who are young and coming into the world. It's not fair for your daughter, your grandbaby. It's not fair for our children that's coming up now to have to take the residuals of what
Mm-hmm.
these other women out here are doing. We got to show up and show out.
Right.
You know, my mother over here sleeps. I knew she was gonna do it. She woke up right away. Still on my eye. It's all good. How can people find you? What are you on? What's your handles?
So you can find me on, I have a YouTube page where I do a podcast, and so at Reveal Life Coaching on YouTube. I'm on TikTok as well, Lady K Odom, or you may say Level Up with K, because I do a lot of my digital stuff on there too. And then I also go in there and just kind of like, it's more like a fun page for me. Facebook, K Odom, and Instagram, I am K Odom on Instagram. So
So
people can always reach me.
exactly how it's written. Okay. So you
Yeah.
guys, it's exactly how it's written on all of her handles. Make sure y'all contact her. She's a life coach. She's a beautiful lady. She's been through a lot, and I know that you guys will benefit connecting with her. I really do. I
Yeah.
know. And
Well, they can stay tuned. I'm writing I just put a journal on Amazon, She Survived Rape, and so I'm actually writing the book. So that book should be ready by next year. It's called She Survived Rape, for women who have gone through that path and just don't know.
Mm.
So
Oh Lord. Do you want to? I don't know. Do you want to touch on that a little bit, or you just want to leave it? I don't know. It's up to you.
That will be another topic when we talk about it, just to kind of, that. But I want to go back to something that you said a little while ago about how we're a beautiful people and how we can do so many different things. Deuteronomy 8 and 18 says, "But remember your God, He gave you the ability to produce wealth."
Mm-hmm.
So we have the ability to do
Hmm.
so many great things
Yes.
and to create our own generational wealth for our children, for our children's children, things that we can leave a legacy for. You don't
Mhm.
have to feel like you're just this minimum little person in the world that
Mhm.
doesn't have any greatness to you.
That's right.
And so when we instill that into our children and we tell them, God gave you the ability, He's already equipped you with everything you need. You just got
Everything.
to reach down in and get it.
And get it and get it
Yeah.
and it's so, it's golly, I can't remember the gentleman who I watched, but he was just saying, isn't it wonderful that he didn't that he gave us, we all have our own unique ability in many areas,
Mhm.
not just one, but it was beautiful.
Mhm.
He had said, he had mentioned something about uh I mean, he had mentioned something about like great athletes. He was like, isn't it awesome that we don't have to be 7 foot to be great? You know,
Yeah.
we
And
don't
we
have to
don't.
be, 7 foot tall to be great. You can be great in so many things that we do. Just have to, like you said, you got to reach back down inside and pull it
You
out. And
do. You
yes,
do.
I just also, before we go, I want to mention, I did, I love AI. I create apps. I created an app for teenage girls, young women, and grown women too, if you want. And I'm going to add this to my chat here so you guys can see it. Check it out. I definitely have it on sale right now, especially for the holidays. I have it for what? It's less than $5. And this app helps you so much. It gives you prayers. It tells you about your well-being. I have a chat GPT that I created that I have plugged into it. This, please check it out. And please, if you have a daughter, the one thing I do know is parents do not know what their children are doing when they're at school.
Absolutely.
They don't know, and they don't know how they're feeling. And I have so many students that have self-doubt. I would not go through the time or effort to create an app to make these children, to have these children go through this app and see how beautiful, how great they are. And my app, you speak in the mirror, you talk about affirmations, you have a journal in
Mhm.
it. It's many
Mhm.
parts to it. Check it out. If you're a mom or an auntie or a grandma, if you're a cousin, if you have someone that you said, I know my child is perfect, not perfect, nobody's perfect, but I know my child, she seems like she's in well-being, her mind seems strong. You're probably the main one who need to check out this app,
Yeah.
because these kids can pull it off at home, but when they get to
Mhm.
school and they confide in me and they talk to me and they let me know how they're feeling on the inside, that's a whole nother
Wow.
level. And I cannot go and tell these parents, like, I can't. It's not my place. All I can do is mentor and talk to these kids and try to get them the help that I can give them. So anyway,
Oh
check
my
it out.
gosh. Oh my gosh. Well, that is so awesome. And I love the stuff that you do, Kelly. It's so inspiring, and it really is for me, especially with the stuff that I do. Right now I'm teaching people how to open a medical carrier business. Yeah,
Girl, you are
so
full of knowledge. Look at you.
I
I
could
mean,
just
for real.
Yeah, it's a way that you can do it at home. You don't, I mean, with your own vehicle,
Mhm.
and then teach people the secret of how to actually get the contracts without worrying of being the one to get the contract. So I'm going to go live on that um, Monday, and
Mhm.
I'm going to because I have a whole ebook that
Mhm.
people can get
Can you put
and
your
look at
ebook
the
in?
ebook.
We'll wait, honey. If you want to, look up there and put it in the chat, let the people get it. Is it a holiday special or anything?
Yeah, right now, let me just go over here really quickly because actually right now I actually just put it I'm doing a flash sale for $3.
Okay.
Um for it so people can actually buy it. And then if they go on my live, I will be on StreamYard live. And so that kind of goes with my YouTube page and my other. And I'm actually going to show people how they can actually get the actual contracts. And so when they obtain the excuse me, I'm going to go in here and grab it for you guys real quick. But
Okay.
when
Take
they
your time.
actually
Take your time. You don't, you know, we here for it.
I'm going to post it over here in this chat for you guys really quickly. There you go.
Thank
And
you.
so what is I'm going to do? I'm going to teach people how. All they have to do is click on the link. They can go to the store, buy the ebook. But on Monday, I'm going to show people actually how, when you're doing this, how you can actually go in and start acquiring these contracts for yourself without worrying about applying for things, or how am I going to get the contracts? Where am I going to go? So what I'm going to do on Monday is I'm just going to show everyone exactly how to do that. So if you click on the link, anybody click on the link, you can download, get the ebook now. And then on Monday at 7 p.m. on Monday, I'm going to go live I will be on my YouTube at Reveal Life Coaching. I will also be on Facebook Live, and people can actually come in. I'm going to show you everything, how you actually do it.
Okay.
And then I'm going to talk about how you create your whole LLC and business behind it.
That's
So
full of knowledge. You are full of knowledge, Kate Odom. I appreciate you. You really do. And you guys look for her. Make sure you follow her on all her handles. I want you to come back on, and we're gonna do this again. We're gonna do this again and again and again. We're gonna bust out 2026 coming on, and just being transparent and just talking and letting and building a beautiful community. You know, that's what I want to do. I just want to build a community. So
I am here for it. You know, the good thing about being your own boss and stuff and creating that for yourself is time. You have the time to be available for other things and important things. And so so definitely I'm here for it whenever you're ready, whatever the topic is. We can, but definitely when the book comes out, I'll let you know, and then we can have that conversation.
All right. Okay, great. Thank you, love. Thank you for joining me. Thank you, Facebook. Thank you, my YouTube. Y'all was just going crazy in the comments here. I really appreciate each and every one of you for popping in. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, let other people know what's going on. We are building a community. I love you guys. And until next time, bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.